All right. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
see
shit!
one.
I forgot to change the restream. Oops.
Oh, do it. Do it now.
No,
Make sure
I
you got your
can't.
bowl ready too.
I can't, dude. It says old ass ships.
Is it still 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's 2 weeks.
Old ass
ago.
ships.
That's
Fuck y'all.
incredible. No, that's cool, man. I don't give a fuck.
We're fucking
drunk grimace, man.
That's the whole point of this show.
right?
You know what
This
I'm
is
saying?
why we're successful. Why? Because we have no one holding us to a higher standard.
Right.
I'll drink to that shit.
You know what? We do it at our
Bullshit.
pace.
Whew.
Right.
We do it for our own entertainment.
We get it. Shut up and do an intro.
Right. In this episode of the Red Eye Report, we discuss the race across the world that no one has ever heard of. We gain a plethora of YouTube subscribers, and as usual, we slide into first like a fucking boss. With me this week is the all-seeing Oracle. Oracle once raced a rabid dog to the dumpster of an IHOP. Dog won.
Yeah, that son bitch stole my fucking sausages.
Next to him is the fluffy teddy bear. Teddy don't race shit. That's some white people shit.
Actually, no, I used to race. I used to run and shit, man. I used to race. I had a fucking crotch rocket,
Fine.
remember?
Oh, that's right.
We've also got a soot-covered ashtray. He doesn't buy people lap dances unless you buy him one. Remember that, ladies.
That's
Last
right.
and least, I'm the Mystic. The only thing I'm racing is death, and I ain't winning. This is the Red Eye Report.
Nah.
Dude, I'm not. Nobody buy Ashtray a lap dance to see he buys his own. I'm like, what the fuck, you sons of bitches?
Yeah, right.
I bought
Like
your own
everybody
lap
else
dance.
buys
You're supposed to give
their
me one.
friends
I'm
a
like,
lap
that's
dance,
your-
but nobody buys me
Yeah.
one, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah,
hey.
that's your rule, not my rule. Thanks for the lap dance.
Yeah,
Sucker.
right. Fuck off. Yeah, everybody just buys their own.
Ashtray's
No.
like, what the fuck? I
That's
ran
the
out
thing
of
is,
money.
I'm gonna
I
spend
bought
those
you a lap dance.
$25 as singles at the bar, and
You could
or at
also
the
not spend any money. And
Right?
Like,
Yeah. I'm with
buy,
Oracle.
Hey,
buy a
I-
game
Their
on
children
sale.
have to eat too.
I've
Well,
never
I got-
understood
I
lap
got buy a
dances.
game.
They
I
make
got
me
to-
kind of uncomfortable because that's somebody's daughter.
They are.
Strippers
they are
need to
uncomfortable.
dance.
That's somebody's
Anyway, moment
daughter.
of
Yeah,
moment
your
of
wife's
hand.
somebody's daughter too.
Yeah, well, she don't dance for fucking men for money.
Right? She's yeah, a
She's
wife
love.
is not a stripper. These are
Right.
two very
I think
different
this-
things.
Somebody's
like,
wife is.
Oh, I bet you some of
They're
those
not.
strippers are married.
Yeah, but I
Really?
mean, come on.
Moment of inhalants.
Yeah,
That's
right.
animals.
Sorry
Alright.
for all our stripper audience. Let
Oracle's
you know,
Oracle's
Ashtray.
having a.
Hey,
He's
who
getting
we-
married here
who
in
we
less than a couple
support this week?
months.
What animal are we supporting this week?
Over the
Ashtray,
Dane County
Jesus
Humane
Christ.
Society. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Fuck's sake.
Captain Wiggles.
Captain
Captain
Wiggles.
Wiggles.
He's a 14-year-old gerbil.
Right?
Mm,
14-year-old
wow, that's
gerbil.
impressive.
It
Oh yeah,
is.
he accidentally had his cage fall on his lower spine, and so now he's got a little bit
Yeah.
of a wobble in him.
Actually, that's a lie. Miss Stephanie's been lying to her class. That's just a toupee that hadn't moved in 12 years. That thing died. That thing died a long time ago.
Gross.
I
Anyway.
killed the class. What's the thing bigger than a gerbil?
Hamster, guinea pig.
Hamster?
Guinea
Pig
pig.
hamster.
Yeah. So I was
killed a
supposed to
guinea
take.
pig?
Yeah, I was in
Yeah,
middle
friendliest
school.
little road.
That's not surprising. He beat a dog to death with a shovel.
Okay, let's
it's not
true.
fucking surprising.
Eddie does drive by
let's
and
tone
pours
it down a
beer.
little bit. Let's bring it down. And when I was a kid, I was carrying this fucking aquarium with this guinea pig, Miss Piggy, for fucking fifth grade, and fucking bees started stinging me. So I fucking dropped the cage, and it was so traumatized, it fucking died.
Okay. No,
Shit.
that sucks.
Like, because the guinea pig fell in the
Sorry,
cage
buddy.
and then like had a heart attack.
It was alive for like a few days, but it never came
It's
back.
probably old as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, that's a
Miss
pretty
Piggy.
traumatic experience
Were
for a
you?
guinea pig.
Were you?
Yeah,
with-
from the
oh, you
perspective of a
weren't there.
guinea pig.
You were there when we first started practicing for fucking sync room. In
Mhm.
my basement, there was a ferret. This chick had a ferret in the basement, and it fucking I think we killed it. Like we sonically fucking bombarded that thing.
Oh,
and it was so old that it just like went into convulsions one day and shit, and like I didn't know what to do.
You are way
Fucked up.
too metal.
Well
See
done.
it. They're like
Anyway.
little rat snakes.
Anyway, all right. Tonight we're talking about the 1908. Just fucking think about that, guys. That's 100 and what?
1908.
I can't do math right now.
That's 100 and what? 14 years ago.
114 years. I'll trust you on that. 114 years ago. New York to Paris. Race in a car. Think
What?
about that.
What the
Yes.
fuck?
Okay.
Hey,
So it was an
yeah.
automobile competition consisting of drivers attempting to travel from New York to Paris. This was a considerable challenge given the state of
114.
automobile
What did I
technology.
say?
114. You're right
Did
on.
I?
Yep. Okay, so here's the deal. They started the year before it. There was a race, automobile race from Peking, China to Paris, right?
Damn.
So this inspired this French. It was sponsored by a fucking French newspaper and the New York Times, actually.
Damn.
So it consisted of 3 teams from France. I'm not even going to attempt their fucking names because
They're all fags.
right.
You
So
gotta
like
try it. It's part of the tradition. You gotta do it. You gotta do it.
no. Here's the deal. So the race commenced in Times Square on February 12th, 1908. 6 cars representing 4 nations competed on the started for what they thought would become a 169-day ordeal. Okay, so they thought it was only going to take like fucking 45 days, and they were fucking wrong. So there was Germany, France, Italy, and United States. 6 cars total, right? So the U.S. Let's focus on them. They're the Thomas Flyer. So this is like pre-fucking like Ford,
like a
really.
Huge fucking cannonball run.
Yeah. So
I mean, what was the top speed of these cars? 12 miles an hour? I mean, what
Well,
the fuck?
also there's the fact that they have to go across the ocean.
Well, I'm sure they took a
and that's the
a
thing, like,
ship.
here's the
They had to
deal,
take a ferry, basically.
I'm gonna open this Smithsonian magazine link right here.
Mhm.
It's a really well written article that she goes through the fucking. So the intention was to make it from New York to San Francisco, or not San Francisco, Seattle, I think, and then go up the coast, like on a ship to fucking Alaska, and then cross the Bering Strait, right? And then come through Siberia and fucking then all the way down through Paris.
Damn.
New York to,
Jesus.
you said New York to where?
To Paris.
New York to Paris, yeah. That's
Well, we know
ridiculous.
the first leg was New York to like Seattle or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, it's like how many spare tires you got to carry?
So here, I'll
That's
start right here.
2,831
I'm gonna
miles.
read the words of somebody else because
They're
I'm
fucking
way too
2,000
fucking
miles.
I'm way too fucked up.
That's
So-
2,000.
you did all this
Hold on,
research,
hold on.
and now you're
So
too
here we
fucked
go.
up.
Here we go.
To Seattle.
Proposed.
Oh.
The
Seattle.
proposed. Jesus fucking Christ.
Let the guy read.
Fuck off.
The proposed route would take the drivers across the United States, including through areas with very few paved roads, and then head north
Yes,
through Canada.
1908.
Next came a left turn at Alaska, which the drivers had to cross in order to arrive at the Bering Strait, which separated the American wilderness from the Russian one. The race's organizers started in the middle of the winter in the hope that the strait would be frozen. That was their initial intention. Think about how fucking stupid that really is. They thought
Right.
the ocean froze.
Right?
So
Like between the Bering Strait. Oh yeah, we'll do
Yes,
one of those ice
yes.
trucker roads.
So they started in the middle of the winter in the hope that the strait would be frozen. The course
There's no
then
way
led
they're
through
gonna
Siberia.
drive across that with
No,
those fucking
no.
Model
So the
Ts.
course then led through Siberia, which no one had traveled by car, before heading into the final stretch, Moscow, St. Petersburg, Berlin, and then Paris. Overall, a 22,000-mile trek in an age when the horse was considered more reliable than the horseless carriage. The New York to Paris race was supposed to be, and is still largely considered, the greatest of them all. It is still the longest running single sporting event in history.
Oh, they
So
still
because
do
it went, no, it's No, it went for 169 days.
Well, no,
Oh,
I mean, you said longest
longest-
running. I thought you
longest
meant
No,
like
I
on
said
sporting
like
event, you mean?
continuous, like fucking single sporting event. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay,
not-
yeah.
no.
We are all stoned shitless.
So there were 17
Right.
men. So like every team like had fucking a different number of dudes, right? Like the French ones, I don't think they needed fucking mechanics, which
Why?
is
'Cause
why
they're
I'm going to
French?
talk about. I don't know what it was. Like they had less dudes.
You need
So
no
like the guy from the
mechanique.
U.S., they had the dude who was from the Thomas Flyer. His name was fucking. I don't even know what the fuck his name was. God damn, this is fucked up.
You bastard.
Do
I'm
these
sure- I'm
people
curious
make the fucking
George Schuster. Schuster.
these names sound familiar with fucking wagons.
What, Schuster? George Schuster does?
Yeah, and
With
Flyer.
wagons?
Yeah.
Oh, radio flyer?
Yeah, the radio
Oh, the
flyer.
Thomas
Yeah.
Flyer. No, I don't know that had anything.
Oh,
That's a coincidence, you stoner.
Alright.
So
Keep
the Thomas
munching on
Flyer
your
was
townhouse
60
crackers.
It was a 60
Really?
horsepower touring car. It
6
carried
horsepower.
60. Yeah, it carried 125 gallons of gas because it had extra gasoline tanks on it
Mhm.
and shit.
That's a lot of
And,
gas.
Yeah.
And it also carried this guy named Schuster. So this dude, he was a fucking he like was a fucking chassis mechanic. He was like he knew the engines, he knew how to tune the engines, he could fucking fix shit on the fly.
I was gonna say
So they
you'd
like
have to have
needed
someone
him.
like
That,
that.
yeah, but like some of them didn't, right? So like, and I'm like, well, they're not gonna make it, and that's exactly what fucking happened, right? So this trek, just think about the
Get
fucking
stuck in the middle of
state
nowhere.
the roads. Just think about the state of the roads,
It's
dude.
1908. They didn't have roads.
Exactly.
I mean,
So
yeah.
like part of the fucking
They
part
were
of the
oxen
trip,
path.
they would actually take they would put different tires on the cars and just use railroads. They would just fucking go down the
Railroads?
railroad tracks. Yeah, with
ride
the
on the
cars.
rail
Okay,
tracks.
Would ride the
Yeah,
cars
until
on-
a
down
train
the
comes.
railroad.
Yeah, until a train comes.
I
then
mean,
you
it's
gotta
not
fucking-
like unless you do the schedule.
Man,
everybody get out and lift the car
Right.
off.
That's what they all fucking did. That was the plan
Right,
from
so
the
here's the
beginning.
deal. They started out the Thomas Flyer quickly emerged as the leader, with the Protos and the Moto Block, which are other French ones, bringing up the rear. So in Hudson, New York, the cars plowed through foot-deep snow in a single file. Schuster circled the Thomas Flyer, which had no heater or windshield, with a stick to check snow depth and put down planks for traction. The trail out of Auburn, which the New York Times described as the worst road in the United States, lived up to its reputation, with the three leading cars getting mired at Dismal Hollow in the Montezuma Swamp. The men prepared to camp for the night, but the American guide hired by the Italians came with 6. They had to pull the cars out and across this swamp with 6 horses and shit. That's how fucking bad.
Where'd
these
they get the
roads were.
horses from?
Some dude, fucking
Yeah,
the
you
American
know,
guide that
Because there are
hired
more
by
horses
the Italians.
around than there are car parts.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a violation right there. F1
I mean, yeah,
rules.
Using
So they-
horses.
So for
Park
fucking
firm,
weeks and weeks, they would settle into a routine, rising at 5 a.m. and driving until 8 p.m., with the mechanics tinkering with the cars until midnight to repair cracks in the chassis and drain the radiators to keep them from freezing. So,
Damn.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Yeah.
Think how much
Yeah.
work that
they were
is.
using
because
water
they
back
used
then.
antifreeze, get this, to make explosives at that time.
Wow.
So they would stop at hardware stores to get buckets full of gas, fill them up one at a time. They would alternate leadership to try to because they all had to try to make it. You know what I mean? If they left each other behind,
Right.
it would be fucking disaster. So I guess once they hit about Illinois, though, the Americans kind of said "fuck off" and took off. So Saint Chaffrey, who was one of the French drivers, he's like a real prick, I guess. So
Surprise,
he
surprise.
started like giving everybody orders because he didn't want anyone to have an advantage. So he said, "When you wish to go into a city ahead, you must ask me." He told Roberts, who was the guy who fucking ran the American thing, and the American replied, "Okay, from now on, you will know this is a race." And then he started kicking everybody's ass. So by the time that the Americans got there, they were over 2 weeks ahead
Holy
of
shit.
the nearest competitor, which was one of the French cars.
Damn.
So what they did when they got to fucking Seattle, though, is
Okay.
they went north like the original route said, and then realize that there's no fucking way they can get across there. So then they had to come all the way back down, and they wasted 2 weeks. So the
Right.
fucking like the people who were running the race gave them a 2-week cushion. So it means because by the time they got back to San Francisco or wherever they were coming, or Seattle, wherever they were coming with a ship to take the cars across the ocean, everyone had caught up. So it like fucking took their lead away. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but
I was saying, logistically, how else would you do it?
Yeah. So they said that they
because
could
they had
tack
to
that
all-
on the end, or what?
Yeah, do they just
Yeah,
tack that
so
extra time on?
basically they all basically any other car could beat them by 2 weeks. They had
Mhm.
15 days. That was their head. So they could beat them by 2 weeks and they would still win because they had a 15-day lead.
Okay.
Because that was basically wasted because of the
Yeah, because
logistics. Because of the logistics of the race people that put it together. You know what I mean? It was all fucking
Yeah.
fucked up.
Well,
together.
not necessarily wasted. It's still 15 days you got to catch up, but
Well, man, but the thing is, how do I mean? You said they had caught up. I mean, did they not turn left like they're supposed to, or whatever, at Albuquerque? The other guys that caught up.
No, it's just there's no. The thing is, you got to think about how hard it is on these cars. They break. They don't have the mechanics. They got to get parts made for these things. Like, you know what I mean? They got to hobble shit together. Like, we could be going down the same road, but your shit could be going way slower than mine. And that's the fucking
60 horsepower.
So,
What
yeah.
is the top speed on that thing?
Well, that's a great achievement, but
40 miles an hour, so,
a greater achievement is that I just housed this entire box of Townhouse dipping things.
we can't see it.
Nice.
put it in front of your face. That's
I'll
what you
move it
gotta do.
around. It's the only way to beat the
Now we
Matrix.
can't see it.
All right, continue.
We get it. You like cookies.
We
That was
get it. You
big.
like cookies. Those are
So-
crackers, motherfucker.
They're fucking crackers,
So-
man.
I know.
At
All them
6:15
cookies.
p.m. on Sunday, July 26th, 5.5 months after they started, 21,933 miles from the start in Times Square, Lieutenant Calpin arrived in Paris, who was the guy. He was the guide of the Protos, which is one of the French cars. They made it, but they only made it like a day ahead of the fucking Americans. So the Americans ended up winning. The Thomas Flyer took home the gold, I guess you could say. It is actually they arrived on July 30th. So how long is that in between? Let me see. 4 days. 4 days.
This is insane. That they
Yeah,
were
so like,
using
and they
these
were saying,
shitty
I'll
How
go
could
back-
they?
I'll go
Well, the
back
thing is,
here.
the
When they were
organizers, how
going
they
through,
keep track?
when they were going through parts of Russia and shit, like they were saying, like the entire city would be there fucking watching these cars go down these fucking makeshift roads, these like dirt fucking trails and shit.
Right?
Because
It's
they
the
had
first
never
time they've
seen
seen
a car. Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1908,
crazy.
especially. I mean,
Yeah.
even in the
Yeah, right
United
here.
States.
That's before the first-
When they got to
World
Valdez,
War.
that's what it was. On Wednesday, April 8th, the Flyer, it had come up the coast that whole time, and it arrived on Alaskan soil. The welcoming committee consisted of the entire population of Valdez. None of them had ever seen a car before.
Of course they had. I mean,
That's insane.
I think a lot of people across the U.S.
So yeah,
probably
so then
haven't seen a car.
I just when I originally heard this shit, it's fucking nuts, dude. And here's a passage just to give you an idea. Even in 1908, the Russians were fucking throwing propaganda around like motherfuckers, huh? So Scarfoglio, one of the Italian dudes, reported that the great men of the Russian government, all covered with gold lace, outlined the many reasons the venture would fail. They wanted them to all quit. They didn't want them to come across Siberia or through Russian territory, right? So they said, we shall be met on the road by Chinese brigands, Manchurian tigers, fever, plague, pestilence, famine, to say nothing of the mud after 3 months of rain, mosquitoes as big as locusts, and other similar delights. The drivers agreed to start again evenly matched, and none of that stuff happened.
Way to go, Russia. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty freaking wild. Did
There's
they
a lot
ever
of actually.
do
There's
another
And those
I-
cars,
ones?
those
I don't
cars
want to
like a
get it.
windshield
There's a
out,
lot
out
in
the
this.
elements like that. I
Hold on,
mean, holy
there's
shit.
a lot in this article that you can read that's actually super interesting because at one point there was a dude who like defected to the American team from the Italian team, and he was gonna have a duel with the fucking one of the dudes on the other one. That's how they were gonna solve an argument. They were gonna fucking
Wow.
duel with pistols and shit. And one guy's like, "No, why
Like
don't
you
you
do.
just go be on the American team?"
Huh.
Sorry,
Pretty
Teddy.
cool.
I wanted to get my thought out. What were you saying?
Wow, look at this.
I'm high. I can't remember,
author.
but I'll drink to that.
This
Yeah.
episode went downhill fast.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It's an amazing feat of engineering and
Okay,
just
well-
pure fucking grit. Just
Yeah,
pure
so they must
Yeah.
have had some
like
that
human
were
grit.
airless rims, like you're saying, to be able to
Right.
drive that long without having to replace your
Oh, for
tires.
sure.
I don't
For
know,
sure.
dude. I honestly am a little skeptical of this whole
Like-
endeavor because
Why?
okay, you're getting through like the worst fucking road in America. Granted,
Well, he said
there are-
most of the time they were on railroad tracks though.
right, but
No, not most of the time. Sometimes. in
Just
the
Oh,
bad
oh.
times.
Oh, I thought most of the time they took
It
railroads.
sounds
Okay, well,
though like there's
How you getting
a-
this fucking bullshit car out of the snow with
I mean, yeah,
planks
it's-
and
They
it's-
shit
said
like
with
that?
planks. Yeah.
Okay, with planks, really?
Well, that's why it took 100
mean,
how many days?
how many?
69 days.
I
Dude.
get that, but
I
how
don't
many?
know,
How
dude.
many?
Math.
I mean, how
Slowly
many?
but surely.
How many cars were in the convoy for each team? Do you know?
There had to be like a check-in process every day.
I mean,
of
yeah,
where they
there had to
started.
be somewhere. Yeah.
Someone had to keep tabs on them, obviously.
Yeah.
It's crazy though how they did it in 1908. Was it like, all right, I got on the old
There had to
telegram.
be-
Beep,
there
beep,
were
beep, beep,
reporters
beep,
that
beep,
have
beep,
wit-
beep, 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 beep.
There had to have been New York Times reporters traveling.
Like
with them.
legs, like you got to go to
And
this
the
city. That's
French-
one
and the
leg, and
French
then
magazine too.
That's true. You could have
So
reporters
here's a
tagging
funny
along.
story though. Here at the end, when they got into Paris, the flyer, they got in. They got into the city limits of Paris, and they almost got arrested. Like the cop like pulled them over because Paris had a law that no car at night can't. It had to have a headlight, and the flyer didn't have a headlight. It had lanterns and shit, right? That's how old it was. So this like Parisian dude just took his bike and like fucking ripped off the headlight or like threw with a bike on the thing or something. There's conflicting reports of which one.
Hmm.
It's like, but somehow they got this headlight onto this car from this bike, and the cop's like, "All right, cool."
Right, you're not gonna let them fuck it up at
Right.
me your bike
99.9%.
Yeah.
Funny.
So yeah, that's the fucking story of the craziest race nobody's
So
ever
what was
fucking
the
heard of.
race called again?
Just the New York to Paris race. There's really no,
There's no real title to it.
no, not really. The flyer is actually in Nevada.
Hmm.
Or no, Utah. It's a fucking museum in Utah.
Pretty
Like
cool.
the fucking
Mhm.
trophy and everything is there with that car. You can like go see it. Oracle. Since you
Yeah,
don't believe
Oracle.
it.
Oracle's like, yeah,
see
you
it
know
for your
what?
own
They
eyes.
just photoshopped all those old photos and they wrote up these stories, made up this whole fucking like
fucking
fake news
propaganda,
event.
man.
Yeah. So anyway, there was pictures in the outline and shit. I don't know if you played them. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I guess.
Yeah, I just
Like,
got
yeah,
this
I didn't
picture
play
of
shit.
this
That's why you got to yell at them like I do.
tattooed
Like,
woman.
come on,
I
or,
don't, care, I don't care. That's the that's
Jeez.
well, that's
So,
why your episodes
the
aren't
trophy too. The trophy too was 1,400 pounds.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's what it says right here.
as good.
So the French newspaper La Matin and the New York Times sponsored it. The prize, a 1,400-pound trophy.
They have
What's
it on
the
a
trophy
crane?
look
What the
like?
fuck?
Do you have a picture of it?
No, I didn't
I
have
mean,
a picture of it. I don't know why.
like they had to
alright.
have teams. How many people were on
What
these
is this
teams? I mean,
thing
it had to be.
called? Paris.
Could it be just
The
one
New
car
York
for each?
Paris.
New York to Paris auto race.
It could just be like one car because they had to have a convoy for
Damn.
each team.
And let me put this in. Check this out. I'm gonna put trophy
I
afterwards.
think there was like 5 or 6 dudes on each fucking car, dude. For real.
1,400 pound.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
It was a car.
Is it just a picture of the
That's the trophy. It was a car.
casting of cars?
Wait, is this the trophy? This fucking globe thing? That's 1,400 pounds.
There's a picture right here from the time.com, the Thomas Flyer in Japan.
Of the car or the trophy, Mystic?
No, the car. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, we're
Yeah.
talking about the trophy here now.
Keep up.
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking
But
the
that might be
trophy
it, that
must be
globe.
this globe thing. Yeah.
Maybe it's like fucking solid, fucking
Right.
18% gold, heavy motherfucker.
It's Nick Cage's next movie.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Is there not a movie about this crazy?
There fucking
race?
absolutely should be.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they shouldn't. It's
Spike Lee.
They'll make a Hulu
Spike Lee
series
should do
out
it.
of it.
We're tired of these
They're-
motherfucking snow planks on this
They're
motherfucking
cranking
snow.
out content like motherfuckers.
Anyway,
Awesome. Move
all
on.
right, moving on. What's sexy? This is where we tell you what's sexy. You fucking listen. Oracle Hillbilly Steam Room.
Hillbilly steam room. So I've discovered my most important thing that I've ever done in my entire life. You get yourself. God damn it! I hate how this fucking. I gotta move it
Gotta
around.
Put it
All
right
right.
in front of
Put
your
it right.
face.
Put it right.
is what
Yeah,
you
right.
gotta do.
Yeah.
All
There
right.
you go.
So you take a clothing steamer, and normally you'd use this to get
Steam
wrinkles out
clothes.
of your clothes, right?
Yeah.
And if you put a towel over your head, you got yourself fucking steam room. It's
So
nice, man.
Are you steam waterboarding yourself for
Yeah,
comfort?
it's
Yeah.
fucking nice.
Is
I
that what
do
you're
this. Okay, so my eyes
Are your
get dry.
sinuses all? Oh, your eyes. Are
Right,
there?
my
Okay.
eyes get dry. So anytime my eyes get dry, it's fucking warming up here. Let's listen to it. Fucking coming in here.
Yeah.
Anytime
Show
it
us
comes
how it's
dry,
done.
right? I'm gonna show you how
Where's
it's
your
done.
towel?
You gotta fucking
I wanna see you
stare
waterboard yourself.
directly into the steam, like you're fucking ascending
Or use
into heaven.
Visine.
No, fuck Visine.
It's not the same.
This is so much better, man, and it's good for your skin. If you're like a middle-aged white dude that drinks too much, this is a good
Yeah.
idea, right here.
Black don't crack it unless you smoke it, bro.
So yeah, you can continue on. See, I've got my steam, coming in here. Just steam it. You gotta stare directly in. You don't want to get
Please
too close.
Please
though.
don't burn your eyes out on camera.
Yeah, you don't want to get too
would-
close, ladies and gentlemen. Please.
I
Yeah,
would
you
not.
don't want to get too close because it'll fucking
Oh my God.
ejaculate scalding hot water onto the surface of your eyeballs. And
Or use like a saline solution to fucking
dude,
put
this
in your
is
eyes.
way better. It feels fucking great.
Okay.
And
Especially when you're on the bus.
if you want to hit up your ears too,
What the fuck is that guy doing?
man, you get the shit. You get the
I
shit
am really-
rolling, dude.
I am really worried about you. Is this the medication or lack
So
thereof?
you haven't
I
put
am
your
really
eyes
worried
in
about
front
you.
of it, have you?
This is why people
Or is it
put
just blowing on
Molly
your
up
face
their
right now?
ass.
Trust me,
People like you.
my eyes are feeling
Really-
it right now.
Is it blowing on your face right now?
Oh yeah,
better.
dude. It's
Okay.
fucking. It's wonderful.
I couldn't tell if it was like on your face or in front of it.
It is the
It's
bukkake of the gods.
You're fucking the way you said that. It's wonderful.
Sponsored by
The
this
bukkake of the
this
gods.
Oh,
By that
no.
rapey dolphin.
this
plug.
rapey dolphin
Jesus Christ.
bukkake of the gods.
Dolphins
That's
are
one of those
Okay.
butt plugs. It
Oh.
goes in, but it won't come out.
Oh Jesus.
Pardon me, butt plug. Butt plug.
What's that
Okay,
from?
Yeah, I'm good, dude.
Family Guy or something?
No, that YouTube. It was on a YouTube call. Like this guy just calls up a fucking Walmart, and they're
It just
like,
says butt
he's
plug.
like butt plug. Like, what kind of spark plug you looking for? He's like butt plug.
Oh, yeah,
spark
no.
plug. We got a whole bunch of different spark plugs. Butt plug, butt plug. Keep saying it over and over again. Anyway, up next is me with Star Trek Discovery. If you don't like Star Trek, go fuck yourself.
Nerd.
Oh, I haven't watched the series yet.
I've seen the original one like years ago.
The
I
one on
don't care.
CBS,
Whatever.
whatever?
No,
Is
I
that the
mean
one
like
that-
the
is it-
fucking one in the 60s. Like
Are we?
the
Oh,
original.
the TV
Oh.
show.
Yeah, no,
original?
we're
Yeah.
just giving a backstory here. I've seen
Okay,
all of
sorry.
that shit, right?
Mm.
So, but there's this one on. It's called Star Trek Discovery on
It's
CBS.
The black chick's the captain, right?
Yeah, it's the black chick from The Walking Dead. Her
Yeah.
name was fucking Shayna. I don't know what her fucking name was. Anyway, yeah. So she's not the captain when you first meet her. She's the second officer. But anyway, it's actually the thing is Star Trek is actually really fucking cool when they have money to do cool effects with it. You know what I'm saying? So like.
Mm.
I've loved the last few movies and this shit. It's actually just really good sci-fi in my opinion. It's done really well. Anson Mount from Hell on Wheels plays Captain Pike in season 2.
Yeah.
Plays it really well.
You know, they have a pretty good formula because really it's just like cool sci-fi shit and then people behind a desk pretending like they're like
right. I
flying
know.
around like, oh my God, shields are down.
Yeah.
Whoa, Captain. Oh. And then you jump cut. It's like, we can't, hold on. We got to get it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Give it or else you got, Jim.
All right.
Mystic, have you never played the MMO on Xbox? It's free. It's awesome.
No.
I'm telling you, man, you should play with us.
I think they're coming out with a new one, aren't they?
A new
Star Trek.
Star Trek game.
New Star Trek.
Well, this one's still making money. I don't think they're gonna.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out on PC a while back. And it's
Too
on.
many games. I'm really enjoying it. And they have a new one coming out called Star Trek New Worlds, Strange New Worlds. And it's Captain Pike, who's, if you don't know who Captain Pike is, he was the dude who was the captain of the
Captain
Enterprise before Kirk.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he becomes Admiral Pike.
Okay.
Now, question: the CBS Plus, didn't that become Paramount Plus?
It's like it's Paramount Plus. That's what it's called. It's
how much is that a
streaming
month?
on Paramount Plus? It's $5.
It's only $5 a month.
That ain't bad.
It's
I might have to grab that.
It's got Halo. It's got
I thought it was gonna be like.
Oh, it's got the
that
Halo. That's
1883 show is actually really good for a Western.
Does it have a? Is it $5.99 without commercials or is that?
It's with commercials. It's $5 with.
God damn it! What?
I don't even think they have a plan for without.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
They might.
Are the commercials all just like advertising
it's
their own
just-
shit,
it's
or
like
is it
Hulu.
local shit?
No, it's just all like Hulu shit.
My
Get
Hulu
a
doesn't have
side
commercials. I don't know what it's
here and
like.
there, you get a fucking.
Teddy, my
my-
Hulu
my-
don't
my-
have-
Hulu doesn't have commercials. I don't know what it's like.
doesn't
I
have
mean,
commercials.
Marsha
I mean, am I gonna be seeing
doesn't
tricks
stick.
commercials when I'm trying to watch Halo? I mean, what the fuck?
Dude, Jesus.
Why are you
Christ,
getting
it's not-
tricks
That's a-
fucking
people-
commercials, dude?
The
Well, he
thing
said
too,
it-
though,
he
is
said
like
it's
people hate
advertisements. I mean, is
commercials.
there-
Like I don't know. For me, commercials is like, all right, time to get another beer.
Right? Kind
You know,
of.
like whatever. It's a commercial.
I
Like
like to race him to the bathroom. Can I get back in the
Yeah,
fucking
right?
2 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm generally doing something when I have something on in the background, like cooking or cutting the grass or fucking.
Well, then you're
Or
not
clean
really
up
watching it. You
then
can't
you
multitask.
then why
I
does
don't
a
care what
commercial
you say.
bother you if it's just on in the
I'm watching it.
background?
Because I don't want, if I'm listening, I don't want to. I don't want it to stop and the screen blacks out. Try new Repertix. Is your penis
Eddie,
falling off?
You're like the type of dude that bitches about getting a bag of shake, but then like fucking breaks up the buds into joints
wouldn't-
anyway.
No, I wouldn't bitch about getting a bag of shake. So fuck you. You don't
Yes, you fucking
know me. No,
would.
I would not bitch about getting a bag of shake. Well,
Yes.
it's already broken up for me to put in my vaporizer anyway.
Yeah,
Why would,
okay.
why would I bitch about that? All the shake right here. Why do I bitch about that?
All right,
Anyway.
shake along, shake along.
Eddie, Bob's Burgers movie. Oh yeah, they got a movie coming out, don't they?
Yeah, they got a movie coming out. I'm a big fan of Bob's Burgers. I've got the cookbook. Love the show. And they've been talking about the movie for a while. And when shows like this do,
How many seasons that been around?
it's like 12 seasons, I think. That's a bunch of them.
Nice.
But when generally like the Simpsons movie wasn't very good, didn't have even though he had high hopes for it.
I don't know about
I
you,
really-
Teddy, but at this age, I don't have high hopes for anything.
He lives for the disappointment. But I'm interested in seeing an hour and a half long episode of Bob's Burgers. I like what they do in a half hour, so I'm actually pretty excited about this one.
Hmm.
So me and my son watched the trailer tonight, and he was like, "Oh, I can't wait to go see it." Comes out May 27th, I think. That's the weekend he gets out of school, so
Yeah.
see his family trip
It's
to the
good.
movies. I'm kind of excited.
All right.
Does anybody watch? Anybody watch the show?
Oh, word.
I've seen a few
Yeah,
episodes.
I've seen some.
Like,
I mean, it's good. It's
they're
cute.
entertaining, but I have not really like watched it.
I've seen the first 7 or 8 seasons, I think.
Isn't the thing is he makes up a new burger every day? Is that right?
Yeah, it's very the show's very punny.
Yeah.
He does make up a burger, a different burger every day. So they've got some pretty cool
cookbook-
episodes.
Is the cookbook good?
Dude, what's your address? I'll send you the cookbook. It's fucking awesome.
He's gonna
I've given
send you
my
shit.
address.
What's your address? Give it right
Dude,
over the air. That's
Yeah, right
right.
over there. Come on, social
Well,
dude.
no,
Where
he
do
can
you
send it to me in
live?
Messenger, and I can put it in Amazon.
Dude,
Yeah,
I can buy the cookbook myself, man. Thank you. I just
well, you
I just want to
can.
recommend.
Yeah,
I
right.
just want to
He
recommend.
doesn't work at Pizza Hut
It's
anymore.
like, no, I'm just saying he mentioned the cookbook a bunch of times about how he wants it, but it's like, yeah, just go buy one, bro. It is good, especially if you're a fan of the show. So I mean, it's very good.
Oracle, get this
The,
video up.
the
I've
reason-
got it. Like
Okay,
this flying
there you
around
are.
with the helicopters or what?
All right. Sorry,
I'm just
Ashtray.
prepping you.
Helicopter catches rocket booster on re-entry.
The
Damn.
yeah, this so
Whoa.
Rocket Lab is the name of this company. I mean, I guess I didn't realize but it makes sense, because there's it's not just a fucking Jeff Bezos competing with SpaceX as far as launching into space, and Rocket Lab has they've launched rockets that are designed to like have soft landings in the ocean, and then they recover them. But they still they get fucking wet, and to have soft landings, you have to have a certain amount of fuel. Well, they've got this current
Usually
rocket
does
design.
get pretty wet when you have a soft landing, if you know what I'm saying.
So they've got these new rockets that are they're smaller. They can get these because also these satellites are getting smaller and smaller. They can get these small satellites up into space with a less than huge fucking booster, and they have these. They've just now successfully they've been like practicing with like dummies that they drop, but this is the first like actual booster that they launched from the ground and then had it re-entry and put out its parachute, and instead of having to soft splash in the ocean, they basically fly with a helicopter with this big long grappling hook and snag it up, fly it back, wham bam. They can then refuel it and use it again.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Snag it up, snag it up.
Snag it up.
Now we're moving on to the fuck what you think. This is where we tell you to go fuck yourself, and again, you listen. Oracle. Fucking Vertigo 34 EWE 82.
Yeah, that was my cat jumping on my computer.
EWU.
But the Vertigo part was me. So yeah, I discontinued some medication and I had vertigo for like 5 days. And
Damn, that's a long time.
yeah, it's a long time. Apparently people can have vertigo
Now-
for like a month.
Was it at all times, or was it just kind of comes and goes?
Basically, as you're moving around. So if you're sitting in one spot, it's not a big deal. But if you're walking or driving or something like that, it feels like
Yeah.
you're, flying in F-35 or some shit, which was fun.
Benadryl can do that too.
Right. Fun for, the first half of the day. But after a while, it was kind of like, Jesus Christ. Leave me the fuck alone.
Would you get those weird rushes of like, ooh,
Right. Yeah.
that
That,
gut lifting feeling?
right. At its peak, it was really that. Although I didn't really feel it in the body, it was all like mental kind of like, holy shit.
It is, yeah. It's not really your stomach rising up, but it's it's the idea of like when you drive a car really fast over the old county road.
Right. I mean, even with the Vertigo, though, I was still able to rape a homeless man under the overpass on Brand.
Come on,
Did he have it coming?
He did. He did because he was Asian. So,
I mean, racist
So
bastard.
wait, so you literally fell into some ass?
Yeah.
Sorry
watch
for
out.
our Asian listeners. That was
enlightening and disgusting at the same time. I get it.
Yeah,
Just kidding, JK.
Yeah.
JK.
No. The only people you can rape now
it's the medication.
are Russians.
Right. You can rape a motherfucking Russian at fucking Price Right.
The views expressed
If
by
you want.
Ashtray are not the views of the report.
They just got him just hanging out in front.
Right.
Anyway, so
Sorry,
I
for our
work
Russian listeners.
for the most part with some weird people, but like there's this one dude who is just really weird. I don't know how to explain it. He's like the guy who never really got to hang out with a group of people as a kid. It was just like one kid at a time, and he doesn't know how to act in a group. So here's the scenario. There's 5 people total. One of them is the weirdo. All of them except me are like mid-20s. And then there's me, right?
Yep.
And they're
Old
talking,
wise,
and
learned mystic.
one of these kids goes, yeah, he's talking about turtles. He's like, if you pick up a turtle, it pisses, right? And like the guy I'm talking about, the weird dude, Frank, I've actually used him on the show before. He's the one that dressed up for that anime con thing.
Right.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
fucking wore that fucked up costume. Anyway, he goes, you guys ever pissed yourself like as an adult?
When the guy's talking about turtles.
Yes, yeah. And we're all
That's a
like,
valid next question.
None of us notice what to say, right? So I'm like the old dude. I'm like,
right.
I felt like I seriously felt like fucking Billy Madison. And the scene where he splashes water on his crotch,
just like,
because
I'll help diffuse this kid's problem.
So I went, I did last
him.
week. I did last week. And like he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I got this boot, and it's hard to put on in the middle of the night, so I got hammered, and I fucking woke up, had to piss really bad. So while I was putting it on, I was like squirting on myself, every time I bent over. I'm like, so I just got up, pissed, and took a shower, and like they're all like, all their faces are like, oh my god, I can't believe you just like told us all this shit. You know what I mean?
Right, because they're in their 20s.
Yeah, because they just witnessed like somebody not giving a fuck.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Here's the funny part about it. When Mystic's in a party, he asks on Xbox. He asks weird questions, and he asked that exact question like 2 weeks ago, and then he told us that fucking story about how fucking he was squirting on himself.
Dude,
so he had
but I didn't
that
go
moment.
to my work is what I'm saying.
I know.
I sent it to a dude that I've known for a decade on Xbox.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
But no,
I
I
mean, that isn't even
The
that
thing
that
is, though,
bad
did
of a
you
piss
succeed
pants.
in what's this kid? Or wait, you can't use his name probably, but the
Frank.
the
Frank.
awkward
We
dude,
know,
we'll call him Frank.
His name's Frank. There's more than one Frank, so nobody.
Did you manage to save Frank from his like stupid socially inept blunder? Where he's like, you guys ever pee yourself as an
really.
adult?
I don't see how making your own blunder like that, telling people you pissed on yourself. I mean, the correct answer was like, no, dumbass.
I more did it to just diffuse the fucking situation.
Yeah, to diffuse the awkwardness, like Billy Madison.
So that nobody else. Yeah, that's what I felt like.
That's
like,
that's noble.
People are human beings, and they need to realize that everything isn't
and I don't know why
Minecraft or
he asked
Fortnite.
it. Was he
Right.
trying to like be just
What?
like be quirky
was-
and weird,
He's
or
in
was he
Minecraft
just did
before
he
that.
piss himself the night before? I don't know. Maybe it was a cry for help.
Or it could be like
Or
you're
maybe it
saying,
was
he's that
his-
awkward that like he saw it as a tangential like conversation jump to
what
like,
the fuck?
oh,
Shut up, bro.
turtle
These
will
guys are
pee.
gonna think I'm
You
funny.
guys, okay, look, the guy.
Was no,
he
he's
talked-
like,
he said about
okay, turtles
pissing.
pee themselves when you pick them up, right?
I mean,
Well,
I mean, why
I've
was-
peed myself. You ever pee yourself as an adult? Like that's the
I mean,
three
yeah, I mean,
steps you got.
he's trying to joke around.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's
He's
all.
being a weirdo.
Instead, it was like a weird question.
Instead, it was just a weird ass.
Why is it because you ask people? Why is it because you ask
It
people?
reminded me of like
ever piss
Andy
themselves?
Kaufman as a teenager.
Right.
Right?
Well, here's a
But
chick
no,
of
good
a,
on you,
or
man,
a
for,
video
like,
of a chick
showing that
pissing
truth,
in a
not giving a
store. If that'll help him
No,
out.
I'm
Yeah,
good.
play it. Play it.
Yeah,
No,
she's
Jesus
like
Christ.
in a fucking Kmart. Holy shit, she drank a lot of water or something. God damn.
What the hell?
That is a healthy ass piss, man. What is
Are
that?
we? Yeah, we
Well,
gotta
that-
get fucking banned.
of course.
Think
it's
the
a
algorithms
German.
will figure that out?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, shit.
Oh yeah, no censor in there. That's straight.
Oracle was is that from
Yeah,
your
where
personal
did you get
follower?
that at? Is that YouTube?
Fuck that shit up
That
quick.
Bing?
Bing, dude. I just
Bing.
looked. I looked up April showers, man.
You know what? We need to make
Bring
Bring in
shirts that say
Mayflowers, bud.
Bing made me do it.
Bring in Mayflowers. Anyway, ashtray employee turnover.
Yeah, you know, fucking sucks. Small business. Our recent
Oh,
hire
who
office
left now?
manager.
Oh,
What's that?
your office manager left?
Put her 2 weeks in.
Is
Yeah.
your job? Does this suck to work at your place or something? Why are so many people
Well, it's busy as fuck.
going on? The,
It's a small business, and the thing is, coming from a big kind of corporate environment to a small business is not quite the same thing. You know, there aren't standard operating procedures for everything, and I don't know. It sucks, and we're super busy, but here we go again. This is like the third one in 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys have a toxic working environment. Oh,
Of course
shit,
we
this thing's
do.
gonna explode.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, anyways,
What do they pay? What do they pay per hour?
I don't know what the rate is for the.
I wouldn't know what the fuck
Office
was ready to
manager.
explode.
Apparently,
I mean, Oracle said something's ready to explode, and nobody bats an eye.
Well, I was gonna
No,
steam
this
my
is the red
face
eye
again,
report.
yeah,
Oh,
but
you
I
did.
had screwed
Exactly.
the fucking top on.
we're not
all
phased.
fucked up.
Jesus.
So yeah. Anyways, we'll be going back to just 3 people, and you know, it's like it's a stressful job where it's chaos at all times because you're getting phone calls, people walking in. Fuck, we had to turn away this fucking poor old woman and her daughter who had this big wooden box that they had to have engraved because, you know, my husband died, blah blah blah, and I need to get his name engraved here and turn over there. It's like, sorry, like, ma'am, our engraver doesn't go that deep. Like, we send them down to championship awards. I'm surprised we haven't had championship awards call us and tell us to like don't send motherfuckers to us because we always do. But that might be the only reason they're still around is because it's like, we can't do it. Send them to the trophy shop.
So have you ever had one of these jobs where you were like, okay, well, we don't necessarily chisel that deep, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna take a fucking like flathead screwdriver, and I'm gonna try to put fucking.
Oh, we don't do it like by hand, something like that.
Right,
But there are
right.
some times where, like, we do sometimes engrave on. So we have a laser engraver that's limited. You know, certain materials it won't work on. But also, it's like people bring something in. It's like we have to let, you know, explicitly be like, listen, it might get fucked up and not work. You know, but if you're willing for us to take a shot,
Why a
Give it a
laser
shot.
engraver, not the traditional You know.
Well, traditional one makes a lot more mess. It's because it's grinding physical material away rather than just like burning it, and it's just it's slower, and it's like only one part of what we do. We also have whole full screen printing press and the big UV printer that I run and the plotter. Like we just don't have the space for one of the old, and I guess not that many people. That's kind of why we send them down to the old trophy shop, because they must have one, because they haven't called up to complain yet. Anyways, yeah.
Well, shit. Now I want to see. I mean, because can that one do your little laser and thing do metal? Like, can it do like a watch or something, or does it?
No, that's the thing. Is like people call all the time for fucking. Oh, I want to get this
What
flask.
the fuck can it do?
It does.
Like,
it does. Like.
I mean, most people want to get. Most people want to get watches,
fucking bubble gum,
fucking
wrapper.
No, we don't do custom shit. You know why? Because it's not worth the time for you fuckers who walk in off the street. Hey,
why have an engraver? Why you can't really call that an engraver?
Yeah, what the hell do you engrave, dude?
It engraves laserable metal and plastics.
What metal is laserable?
For the metal you get for an award, right? An award plaque that you see, that fucking doctors and shit hang on their
element, bro. I need an element.
Yeah, it is that's what an element engraver is. A laser engraver.
Okay.
The thing is, there are certain materials a laser engraver won't work on, but it'll burn into wood. It'll burn into like crystal and acrylic. But you also need a special one that can do dimensional type engraving. And no, we don't have it. And we don't need to take
into these nuts.
Yeah, we don't need to fucking bring in these customers who basically we call them retail people. Oh, I need to get this engraved. So get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here, fucking retard.
Just put a sign on the door and say we don't engrave.
No, we do. We do awards for Epic. Every time like a hospital project gets finished, they make these little placards that has a sublimated nice logo of the hospital and their name and like what they did in the project and when it was completed. And they order them like 300 at a time from us. And it's a pain in the ass project, but we make a lot of good money. Yeah, they buy them in bulk, so we work in bulk.
Yeah.
We've got time for fucking your earning.
J Depp trial.
Yeah, I am tired of this goddamn trial. I don't care about two crazy rich fuckers getting divorced. I really don't give a shit. I'm tired of it showing up in my feeds. I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't give a fuck. I mean,
people follow better friends.
So like 70% of our chat has been that trial.
Oh, Doug, it's fucking.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody is like.
White people are following. Everybody's following this shit like it's the goddamn OJ trial. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, really?
But it's two white people. It's a woman. So we can finally roll those rights back.
It is it's a focal point of all the people who
are
concerned about culture wars. And when you think about it, culture wars, I don't know who said it, but they say like, culture wars are a sign of like when an empire is like reached its peak and it's like going to fucking just kind of kill itself from the inside. So they start going into culture wars. And it's like, yeah, we're arguing about some like the dumbest shit.
I feel like they were arguing about dumb shit in ancient Greece,
Roman times. You're right.
In Roman times,
they just didn't have Twitter.
Yeah, right. Look what happened to them.
Well, I mean, everything has to come to an end.
Are they around?
The world.
Hey, tell you what.
I think they equated it to the Roman Empire. Was like, yeah, there are these fucking bickering dumb battles.
I'm calling it. Johnny Depp will run for president.
Nobody. I hope
in 15 years.
I hope they both sneak guns into the courtroom and shoot each other in like
that
a
dude had a chick that hot take a shit on his bed. That's how good he is in the sack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd vote for him.
Yeah, right.
Playboy.
You know, fuck retarded. It's
Well,
just
you know, the
goddamn-
sex had to be like heroin, like because they've been
She
together
was-
for quite a
she was-
while.
Wait a second.
Shit,
I feel like I'm missing something here. Hold on. So Amber Heard, you're saying that she shit in the bed because the sex was good?
No,
Yes,
I'm saying
this
he
is what
put
he's
up with
saying.
her that long, and they've been together that long.
Yeah.
because the sex was good.
Oh,
Here's what
okay.
I'm saying. I don't fucking care. God damn. Jesus Christ. I mean, what the fuck is the? I don't care.
Eddie, we're talking about white
Yes.
people stuff.
God damn it.
Oh
Yes.
my
Fuck all of y'all, bro.
god.
Y'all, this is, I don't fucking
That
care.
was amazing. I mean, I was
Oh,
really in the
God.
flow state, shitting on your topic and just hijacking.
I mean, really. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was-
I was like, yeah, I don't like it. He was like, well, I'll take your mama and shit in the bed. And she's so fucking hot. Hey,
Yep.
mama, eat a dick.
That's what
I
white
don't
people
fucking
do. Hey, this black man had a topic. Let's pile on it.
I mean, yeah.
That's all we got, man. Anyway, in all
trademark?
seriousness,
Oh,
go
they're
fuck
assholes.
yourself, Poland. That's our show. We're gonna be
Fucking
here every
pussies.
Wednesday or Thursday, 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you
Hold-
join the
hold on a-
conversation at
Hold on,
theredeyereport.com
world power.
or facebook.com/theredeyereport. Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for whatever. I missed it.
This is Ashtray.
I'm Oracle.
I'm Teddy. And fuck
And
you,
this
white
is the Red
motherfuckers.
Eye Report.
And fuck you, white motherfuckers.
So yeah, Amber Heard is one of those like put your
God
dick in
damn it.
crazy.
She so she
God fucking damn it.
I was reading this article